Training making things worse for you if you're doing it the wrong way, right? Um, and there's a wrong way, right? If you're doing brain retraining without doing the allow method intertwined with it, then just forget it. That's like, you might as well be shitting on walls and counting the pieces of peanuts that are falling down, right? Because what you're doing is you're suppressing and resisting and redirecting and distracting. That's like a ticking time bomb. But people, what they do is they override. They try to override shit with new neural pathways, right? And sure, yeah, it's sciencey. It sounds cool, right? You're using neuroplasticity to create new neural pathways, but that's not any better. Even Eddie Vedder would say that, right? So what you'd want to do is to first use the allow method along with the brain retraining together. Then it's powerful. But if you're using it without that, you're redirecting, trying to get rid of, redirecting, distracting, right? And figuring, well, we'll just put this under the carpet, and then we'll just override it with an affirmation. We'll just repeat a mantra. You need to repeat a mantra to replace that old program thinking, because you have an impairment. Your limbic system's impaired. You have a brain injury. So we need to heal that brain, that limbic brain, because it's broken. You're broken, right? So they figured, okay, well, you got this neural pathway of this old shit going on in this neural pathway. So what we're gonna do, right, just kind of tuck that in there and create another pathway and override it, right? Just override it, totally bypass it, and then we'll be good. And then we'll be good, right? And they do that, but the thing is, the old program is still running. It's still doing its thing. It doesn't matter, right? You're trying to get rid of it, put it under the carpet. And eventually, something's got to give. It's a ticking time bomb, right? It's going to find its way out, and symptoms are going to come back, and you're going to be back to square one, right? And that's not good, right? We want to feel like shit and deal with setbacks, but that's when it's a good thing. When you're doing the right methods, then that's good. Then it's good. But not when you're totally bypassing, suppressing the energy that's coming up that you need to dissolve and empty the allostatic loads, drip by drip, right? And when we empty those allostatic loads, bit by bit, drop by drop, right? That survival state will come down also. Along with, right, us doing the brain retraining together, bringing that survival state down, doing all the pillars, doing the work, being a messenger of safety, right? It's how you send a message of safety and how you sit in the danger, right? Not by saying I'm safe, right? And going, changing your old behavior patterns, doing the best you can, and eventually sticking to it, never missing a day, allowing, letting that energy dissolve. It's a 9-to-5 job. It's actually a 24/7 job every day. It took me 3 years. But when I recovered, I fully recovered, right? There was no, right? When you're doing the brain retraining without the allowing, you're just moving the allostatic loads around. You're just kind of, there's a gap. Yeah, see, I just kind of, right? You're just shoveling a pathway to the washroom in a hoarding house, right? Why don't we just clean the fucking hoarding house? Right? The dead cat's still under the, well, there's 7.5 dead cats. You might want to have one that's alive, and you got dog shit everywhere, and you don't even have dogs, and you got mold on mold that's making mold jealous. So why not? It's a fire hazard. Your cockroaches right? And you got it's not even haunted because the spirits can't fucking handle it. I know that it's physically impossible because it's 3D physical, spiritual. It doesn't even then they can't handle the stink. They're like, roar, roar, you can't be in here. Even the spirits are getting fucking sick. So instead of bypassing and trying to suppress it with affirmations and mantras, say this 17 times before bed. Right? No, yeah, this is how you do the brain retraining. Repetition, and it creates a neural pathway. See that? Did you see that video with it? Did you see that video? Yeah, that's neuroplasticity, brain retraining. Why not first? Right? Get to the root, get some Javex, clean the walls, get all the junk out, replace the floors, right? Bring in a couple of things of furniture, get all those boxes out, right? Empty the allostatic loads, bring that survival state down, and eventually, well, with the allowing, of course, and then you will naturally create neural pathways as a consequence anyway. The brain does that. You don't even have to do any of that. You don't have to, right? It's like anything else. All the systems in your body get back aligned, right? You don't have to know anything about the mitochondria or the motherfucker gene or that leaky gut. You don't need to micromanage that. You don't need to micromanage the neural pathways. The brain's already doing that. It does that job. You don't have to worry about your liver, if it's fatty or not. Is it? Oh my God, I think it's, right? Or if you're healing the gut, it'll all do it when it's ready to do it, and it'll do it itself because it'll be at a place where it can do it, and it's not concentrating on 1,000 other things because your allostatic loads are full. And the only way to empty them is to allow that energy to dissolve by feeling it. For me, it was in my chest, right? It became my new job, right? This was a vortex of shit that I would feel, a vortex vacuum, right? Whatever was there on a platter or a plate, whatever it was, I got to choose. I would say, okay, we got this here. Let's allow that. Thought, feeling, symptom, whatever it is, that thing. I don't know what that is. What is that? I don't even know what it. We allow it 3 to 5 minutes, and then you engage. You move on, and you repeat that times about 1,000,000. Right? If you can do that times 1,000,000, you're almost there. You're probably there. But guess what? Keep doing it, because even if you're feeling better, that's another mistake that people do. They start feeling better. Keep going. Right? Make a commitment. Go, okay. Even if I feel better, no matter what happens, I'll do it for 2 years. That's what I told myself. I said I'm going to do it for 3 years. By the second year, I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing it for 5 years. Right before because I actually wrote a contract with myself. Right? I was like, all right, let's do this for 2 years. Right? No, I said 3 years. Before the 3 years was up, I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's do 5 years. We can do 5 years. I've already did 2 years, and it was fucking hell. And I got this far. It's still a shit show. I'm making exorcisms jealous. So if I can make exorcisms jealous, and I know I can see the light. Why don't we go for 5 years? Why don't we do the full 5 years, right? And before I even got to the 5 years, right? After I was done the third year, even I was like, this is a lifestyle. There's no, we're doing this every day for the rest of our lives because life will keep throwing us curveballs because I got 2 dogs, family, my 2 parents and Charlie. I got a squirrel I'm taking care of. He's doing amazing, right? I got parents that are still alive. I got more shit that I don't even know about that's going to be shoveled on my plate that I got to eat with peanuts in it. And thank goodness I don't have a peanut allergy. Has anybody went through the last 2 weeks? Was your last 2 weeks a shit show? Right? Shit show like with the planets, right? With the eclipse, with the Mercury retrograde and Saturn. Whose ass was kicked? Please share with us in the comments. But also remember, there's a reason why it's happening. whatever's happening. There's gonna big changes are happening in your life. I like to add in a little bit of the woo-woo stuff, a little bit of the planet astrology, Vedic astrology. Yeah, I'm still learning about it. I'm not an expert, but I find it fascinating because I see it. It's directly linked. It's amazing. It's fascinating, right? If anybody wants to share their experiences, whatever you're going through, aside from, of course, the mind body stuff, the journey, um, know that there's a lesson in this, not just a lesson, a powerful lesson, but not just that. It's also there to prepare you for bigger things in your life that you need. You need an upgrade. You need an update, right? Certain things you might not see right away. Your higher self is telling you, oh, listen, I can see it all ahead. You're not seeing it, right? Because we're just thinking here with our physical brain, right? We think we need this. We think we need to do this. No, but I need to go this direction. No, but I need to be with this person. No, I need to have this job. I need to be married to this. I need to know that this is what I need. I think I need it. I think I want it. But you have no fucking idea. So you go through this explosion of hell. Your life falls apart, right? I'm not even talking about the symptoms, right? And then somebody in your life might exit, a partner or a wife or a situation or a job or something that, all of a sudden you have a realization, an epiphany, right? Your higher self is telling you, no, he's got to go this way, got to go that way. Okay, it lines up perfect. That's going to be a shit show. He doesn't even know what's going to, okay, here it comes. It's going to blow up in his face. I can't watch. I know, I feel bad, but this is going to be, trust me, Helmut, it's going to be amazing. Trust me, whoever is watching, it's going to be amazing. You need some things to be decluttered out of your path. And you know what? The clarity will come after. And when it does, it's going to hit you like a ton of fucking bricks. The synchronicities are going to slap you in the face 18,000 times. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is how you get in tune, right? You open up a bit, you do your visuals, right? You tap into your higher self, you get the synchronicities, and you keep doing that over and over and over again, right? And then you get into this flow, and then you start to listen to intuition. Right? You don't start to go, that's a coincidence. Right? You start to tap into it and believe it. And then when you start to trust it, it becomes a powerful, because it's like a team. You have like a team, right? It's you, and you. The best team, right? You are the best team of yourself. Literally. Right? High five, whoosh, team. Whoosh. You have a meeting with yourself. You tap into it. Make sure you're moving forward. Dolly's breathing heavy because we were outside walking. You start using the allowing, not just for symptoms. It's not about the symptoms, but you use the symptoms taught you, right? Because there's no pause button. The symptoms taught you how to use it properly, and then you start using it for business, relationships, everything. And then you get in tune. So I got one a little off here because I was talking about brain retraining, but sometimes I go a little left field. So if you're not using the allowing with brain retraining, it's like you're shitting on the stairs, right? And then you got to avoid the stairs, right? What's the point of that? Right? All you're doing is bypassing, overriding, and it's just going to come back around to slap you in the face again. And you're going to keep dealing with this shit. And you can't be living your life. You're going to be a slave to your alarms and your symptoms because your allostatic load won't empty because you're not doing it right. You're just bypassing. I spit on the screen. All right, guys. So I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Big things are happening. Big changes, big shifts. In time, I will let you know within a week some of the things that are happening. Some of them are shocking, but it's all good, right? So I will fill you guys in, and I want to say hi to some people. Hi, some people. Let's see who's out there. Hello, Jasmine. Hey, from Saudi, what's going on? It's been hectic past couple weeks. Sorry, guys, I haven't been on. There's gonna slowly I'll be on more and more, and then eventually I'll be like almost every day. Okay, so just bear with me. A lot of changes are happening. There's a lot of moving parts here, but it's gonna be fucking epic. So yes, I'm happy you're here, and please subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave some comments. Tell me about right when I get off the air. Right, tell me some of the stuff that with the brain retraining. Right, have you and some of the things that you've been dealing with for the past 2 weeks with the planets going crazy, and even in the world events, there's some crazy shit going on. Right, Christopher, how's it going? Emotional flooding. Allow what you can. Right. Right. There's just too much on your plate. You don't have to allow it all. You can just allow a little bits here and there, one drop at a time. Right. If there's 20 drops that want to come, it's always like that. It's always going to be wanting the flood. It's always like that. It's always going to suck. But you have a choice. You can allow what you want on the plate. If there's some stuff you're not ready to allow yet, put it to the side. You'll get to it. You will. And you'll be at a point. I always say, I start with the low-hanging fruit. It brings the survival state down and empties the allostatic loads, and then your capacity has gotten bigger. And then eventually, right, with more of the exposure, eventually you'll be able to hit up some of these things that were more challenging a year ago. And now you're like, hey, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. That's not so, right? So, hey, G. Marshall. Okie doke. Oh, we got some trolls. I hope so. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. And I always say that, and I usually stay on for another 3 hours. But yeah, the goal is, remember, right, there's some of these brain retraining programs out there that they still haven't got it yet. And I've seen it because I've been through it. I've been in the space. I've seen it. It's happened to me, right? It's a ticking time bomb if you don't let that pressure out. You keep suppressing, bypassing, building neural pathways on neural pathways, and it's just a time bomb. And then you might feel good for 6 months, and then boom, you get hit twice as hard, right? And some people might have to go through that. If you don't believe me, some people might have to go through that to feel it, to see it, so that you can change it, right? So, love it. Love you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, you're facing divorce. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are dealing with a lot of shit right now. But we're all here for you. Love it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get out there and get uncomfortable. And oh man, this weekend's gonna be. I'm so busy, but next week there'll be more lives for sure. All right, guys, get out there and get uncomfortable. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment after I'm done. Please tell me, what are you dealing with? Right? Major life events, shifts, changes? Tell me about it.